What's good, everybody? I'm Brandon. Hey, bro, today I'm about to... Nigga, 24 minutes? Oh, my God. Y'all lucky I love y'all, man. Y'all lucky I love y'all. Y'all lucky I mess with y'all heavy. Y'all lucky that y'all helped change my life, bro. Because if y'all didn't help change my life, I would not be reacting to this video. Listen, this one right here. What Culture Wrestling? Ups and downs from WWE Royal Rumble 2019. Y'all requested this on Trippy Knot. Got y'all. Bro, we about to see the ups and downs from WWE 2019. Before we hop into that, though, did y'all see the clip of my girl Nia Jax getting fucked up? Why y'all do my BBW like that? Why Randy Orton had to do my BBW like that? Why Rey Mysterio had to do my BBW like that? Like, come on, bitch. Why you do my girl like that? I need to know, why was she even out there, though? Like, how did that even happen? Because I thought men and women couldn't even fight. Like, how did this shit happen, bro? Why y'all do my BBW like that, man? Like, sheesh. Anyway, before I get to the video, make sure y'all leave a comment down below. Let me know what y'all want to see me react to next. Listen, I'm not going to do too much talking because this is a long-ass video. So I'm going to talk during the video. Y'all know how I do, bro. It is what it is. Let's hop on into it, man.
Well, let's talk about the thing we need to talk about before we kick this episode of Ups and Downs off. My word, why was the Royal Rumble so long? And on top of that, where the hell was Repo Man? Somebody got in touch with me on social media and went, Simon, I'm in Phoenix and I've just seen Barry Darsow, the man that was behind the mask, in the airport. Maybe he's going to be there. Now, deep down, I knew he was lying to me. I knew it wasn't real. But don't toy with my emotions, pal. I'll go crazy. But my name is Simon Miller. You are watching What Culture Wrestling. And yes, it is one of the biggest ups and downs you'll see throughout 2019 because we are going to talk about the Royal Rumble. And really, it was a crazy, crazy show. In fact, one thing that happened, I don't think anybody in the world predicted. We could have sat here for hours on end and we never would have predicted what had happened in that WWE Championship match. Now,
it was that crazy.
If you haven't seen the pay-per-view yet, but that's what I do. I watch wrestling so you don't have to. Let's up those downs.
Give me this review, bro. Tell me what's up, bro, because I ain't watching. Look at this
dude. The pre-show was all over the place because it began with Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, the Raw Tag Team Champions, for some reason taking on Razar from the AOP and Scott Dawson from the Revival. I'm sure I must have missed something, but what the hell was that? I mean, of course,
that
Bobby
is
Roode
random,
and Chad Gable won.
Hella random,
How could
right?
they have lost? We also saw Shinsuke Nakamura beat Rusev to get back his US title, and if you haven't seen my Why the United States Championship is Officially Dead video that's up here on What Culture right now, you absolutely should, because all my feelings are in that video. Why did we even take it off Shinsuke to begin with? We did it on the pre-show. We just took down our pants and took a dump on a World Championship. No, it's not a World Championship, it's a United States Championship, but you take my point. So when you take all of that and put it into a ball, yes, that gets her down. The only plus was that the finish, which did see Lana get knocked off the apron by accident because of Rusev, he was going after Shinsuke, but Shinsuke moved, actually tied in to something, a big something, that would happen on the main card. So unlike Survivor Series,
what happened?
At least the pre-show man. There's a little ray of sunshine for you. But it's an up for the Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight Championship between Buddy Murphy, Kalisto, Itami and Tozawa. It probably was the best damn thing in terms of move to move.
Oh, okay, I was about to say that. Best thing, though.
It was just a barrel of laughs. My friends, you can get an up. Buddy Murphy retained after the Murphy effect on Itami. The main card then kicked into gear with Becky Lynch going after Asuka's SmackDown Championship. And I thought it was very good, especially again, because it was planting seeds for what we were going to see in but a couple of hours.
Who won?
This was a nonsense-free zone as well, because Asuka did win absolutely clean when she made Lynch tap out to the Asuka lock. There were no shenanigans, no interference, no distractions. It was a straight submission move, and Becky had to give up. But that doesn't matter when you do indeed have a plan. And that's the plan we're going to talk about again later, because we're going to go get there first. They were pitched as equals too, so they kept countering each other's moves, including when it came to the other person's finisher. So at one point, Asuka, she had Becky Lynch in the disarmer, but Becky Lynch got out of that and reversed it into an Asuka lock of her own. It was like watching an octopus kind of fight itself. It was so weird and smooth. It wasn't meant to be for Becky at this point of the night, ladies and gentlemen. But don't worry, calm yourself down, because it certainly will be in a bit. Which brought us to The Miz and Shane McMahon going after the Bar's SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Y'all better have one, too.
let's talk about what we saw. Really, all things considered, this was absolutely fine. Apart from the fact that Miz and Shane McMahon have absolutely bought into this, they even came out in matching gear, Sheamus, Cesaro and Shane McMahon kicked the living hell out of each other. They were taking lumps out of the other person's skin. I mean, this was some stiff shit. And that's me bleeping myself. We also saw McMahon go for a double coast-to-coast on the bar, but Cesaro, he was having none of it because he popped up at the right time. He locked in Shane McMahon's legs, and he did that aeroplane wheelbarrow crazy spin. Honestly, for around about 322 years. How they continued on after that, I don't know. They must have felt absolutely sick. Like when one of those bolts arrived.
Come a little closer.
It was absolute hell.
Get a little closer,
the only thing you can think was, why the flip did I go on the boxer? I got nothing out of it, apart from the fact I want to vomit up my food. Fair play to Shane O'Mac too, because after the Miz had hit Sheamus with a skull-crushing finale, because the silly Irishman had accidentally kicked his own partner in the face, Shane McMahon, who is almost 50 years old, hit
the homie's almost 50. Well, I mean, he got a full head of gray.
What do you think about Vince's son? That was damn impressive, and yes, it did indeed get them the win. So they are your new
nigga older than my mama and my dad, bro.
Now remember this before we go
on. My mom
on.
about to turn 60.
Even if you smiled just a little bit,
so that means my dad
you're no longer allowed to complain
55.
about WWE's World Cup tournament and the fact that Shane McMahon is the best in the world, because this is what it led to, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. Now think about it. It's like a loaded gun. Also, the Miz's dad was at ringside. They all celebrated. It was nice. He's finally proud of his son, even though back in 2011, the Miz won the world title. But apparently, according to Miz's dad, that ain't as important as a single branded tag team championship. I'm not here to judge, as long as the Miz's are happy. Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks was next, and the Raw Women's title was on the line. And this kind of ties into a little problem I had.
That's my Raw bag. Come on, bag. Sasha Banks. You probably going to lose, though. You're going to take that L. But you my baby still.
Push it into my face. Please don't get mad at me. It is getting it down. Here's the deal. It was fine, and there were some cool spots here. Like at one point, Ronda Rousey did the Three Amigos on Sasha Banks, and all the fans knew what she was doing. And the whole idea was, I can wrestle Sasha Banks. Don't you tell me I don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, tick the boxes. But unless I've fallen asleep during every single pay-per-view that Ronda Rousey has been on, I don't remember her slam thing that she calls the Piper's Pit being a big deal. But within this, what's it, 15-minute match or something like that, she did it so many times and it was put over so strong by the commentary team that when she did indeed win with the Piper's Pit, I was meant to go, oh, I guess that's a devastating move. But it's not. WWE, you told me the armbar was a devastating move, and that's not what won the match here. Why? Don't know why. I mean, there was a visual tap out outside of the ring because Ronda Rousey locked it into Sasha Banks on the mats. But again, it was outside of the ring. That ain't where you win matches. So Ronda does retain, but if I take a step back and think about it, we could have done away with this whole match entirely because the Royal Rumble as an event was just way too long. With the pre-show, it was almost 7 hours. So if we did, and I get crazy now here, but if we did like join the belt, so we only had one women's champion, then this match didn't even need to exist. The show would have been shorter, and I think overall, a lot better. That's what I thought anyway, and I doubly thought it, because in a minute, it's gonna rear its head again. There was also a tease post-match when Sasha Banks, after losing, flashed up that 4 sign, and that means the 4 horsewomen. So maybe that's the feud we're gonna get before we get to WrestleMania. I don't know. I don't book it. I was fired from the WWE writing team in 2007. It's not true, I wasn't. Which brings us to the women's Royal Rumble match. Let's all get excited. Now, like last year, I let my girl die. Like the paper itself, we'll be here for around about 7 hours. But I will, due to public feedback and public questions, or at least public, Miller, make sure you do this. I'll let you know every single entrant and the number they came in at. All right, I'm going to do it on my phone too, because again, I'm not like some mastermind genius. I can't remember. Number 1 was Lacey Evans. Number 2 was Natalya, and she had the Iron Man spot. Number 3 was Mandy Rose. We'll get to it. Number 4 was Liv Morgan. She lasted about 8 seconds. Natalya just chucked her out. Sheesh. Number 5 was Mickie James. Number 6 was Ember Moon, my pick. She did not win. Number 7 was Billie Kay. Number 8 was Nikki Cross. Number 9 was Peyton Royce. Number 10 was Tamina. Number 11 was Xia Li. You should check her out if you don't know her. She's pretty good.
Don't know her.
A bit wibbly wobbly. Number 12 was Sarah Logan. Number 13 was Charlotte. Number 14 was Kairi Sane. Number 15 was Maria Kanellis. Number 16 was Naomi. Number 17 was Candice LeRae. That was cool. Number 18 was Alicia Fox. Number 19 was Casey Catanzaro. And I realise I haven't planned to talk about this, but I will. She's that Ninja Warrior type, and she got thrown out at one point and climbed her way up the ring post to get back in, so she gets a thumbs up. Number 20 was Zelina Vega. Vega. Number 21 was Ruby Riott. Number 22 was Dana Brooke. Number 23 was Io Shirai. Number 24 was Rhea Ripley. I thought she had a really good showing. She looked like a badass. Number 25 was Sonya Deville. Number 26 was Alexa Bliss. Number 27 was Bayley. Number 28 was Lana. Or was it? Number 29 was Nia Jax, and just you wait.
Hey.
Number 30, of course, was Carmella.
Hey, SmackDown Bay was good.
And introduce her to a crowd who may not
Carmella,
know
SmackDown Bay.
That, especially
nah, that just bang, nigga. That just bang. Period. She bad that I bet.
It was like Southern Belle. She got a little, moist towelette and patted herself down at one point. And Nikki Cross is just, well, certifiably mad. But it works. Mostly, though, this didn't really get going to the second half, even though WWE actually did something that I always enjoy. They threw a load of women in there, and you're looking at it going, this is fun. We don't usually see it. But it was a little bit slow, and it was just a bit, mushy down. When we got to the second half, it exploded into joy, especially when Charlotte came on the scene. As soon as she walked down that aisle, she just carries herself like a star. There is no surprise why WWE is so high on her.
You already know.
Awesome. And there was plenty of silly spots. Maria Kanellis made a surprise appearance. And when Alicia Fox finally got in there, they had a fight over Alicia Fox's hat. Alicia Fox even threw a tantrum in the middle of the ring, which was really odd. And Zelina Vega, after deciding she would hide under the ring, a la Jerry King Lawler back in '94, whenever it was, got chased away by Hornswoggle. So you could get Hornswoggle WWE, but you couldn't get Repo Man.
Hornswoggle, that's the little guy.
Even after she had been thrown out, he even followed her down the aisle, even though she was out of the match. That was a little bit creepy. The first proper, there you go, WWE, that's what I want, however, came when it was time to play on the Mandy Rose Naomi storyline. Naomi chucked her rival out, but then almost got eliminated herself, but she didn't because she's really athletic and she's really agile. She was able to shimmy her way onto the guardrail, creep over it, and jump onto the ring steps. And just as the fans were giving her appreciation for what she had done, Mandy Rose appeared from nowhere and just pushed her off. That was it. Naomi, she was done for, and it got Mandy Rose far more heat than sitting in a hotel room with a towel wrapped around her. Mandy looks like a proper asshole. Give it an up. Let's just get things to number 28 because that is indeed where we got going. Because Lana came out, but as we said, she was injured in the pre-show, so she was hobbling down there, and yet still somehow moving faster than the Iron Sheik did when he was in the WrestleMania gimmick Battle Royal. And that ain't a lie, that ain't a joke, that is true. Nia Jax followed at number 29, and because she's just not good people, she laid waste to Lana further, and then eventually, of course,
that's my baby nuts, bro. That's my baby nuts.
However, just as she had taken her spot, Becky Lynch arrived and said, look, Fit Finley. And as a joke, Fit Finley was out there, so she said, look, Fit Finley, you need someone in there. I'm ready to go. Put me in the Rumble match. And Fit Finley agreed. So that opens up a whole barrel of questions. Does Fit Finley control all the rules in the Royal Rumble? Because that has never been said. Or is it just because he loves to fight? You know, he likes Becky Lynch to fight. They're both from, over here. I don't know. But that did mean Becky was in. As you can imagine, the crowd loved that.
Of course.
It did set fire to the place. It was great. It was really well done. Bravo, WWE. Give it up. Her first order of business was to face off with Nia Jax. So all of a sudden, all these stories were coming to fruition. And it was even Becky Lynch that got rid of the irresistible force, whatever she calls herself. Charlotte had knocked Nia Jax to the outside. Becky, who had gone through the middle rock, was already there. So she just got there, went boop, pulled Nia Jax's foot off. She fell down. See you later, Nia. Can't believe it. Before this, the final four was Jax, Bayley, Charlotte, and Lynch. And Bayley was got rid of by Charlotte Flair. And just as we were about to see Becky taking on Charlotte to see who would be heading to WrestleMania, that damn Nia Jax was kind of the theme of the whole show. You will see what I mean. Pushed Becky Lynch onto the floor, and she tweaked her knee. How is the babyface gonna fight now? It's another obstacle in her face. Charlotte looked like she'd just been told she could have free pizza for a year. She was so excited, but it didn't matter, because this is Becky Lynch. So after Flair went to big boot her out of the ring, Becky dodged. She pulled that rope down. See you later, Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch is your 2019 Women's Royal Rumble.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, bro.
It's just nice
Becky Lynch is a beast.
That you want to see even more so.
I'm just glad in the top 5. Charlotte.
That's wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Nia.
It's okay.
What the fuck happened to Carmella, bro? What happened to my baby?
Investing into a story, you can pay it off like this, and it feels even better still. Everybody do the massage hands. Without it, the latter part of the Rumble wouldn't have worked at all. Take a bow. I don't know why I'm bowing. I did nothing. I'm just excited. Of course, I shouldn't be bowing. I should be putting my finger like that. Give it another up. Right, so we now get to AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, and this is where I need you to cast your minds back to everything I said about Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks. Because I think if you get rid of the context, this could have been a brilliant match. But given that it was following the Women's Royal Rumble, the crowd were exhausted, and what they decided to do, well, I can't believe I have to do this. Somebody ring my mother and tell her I'm a failure, and I ain't making her proud. Let's get her down. And trust me, these two kicked the absolute crap out of each other and once again established that they are great pro wrestlers.
AJ and Daniel Bryan get her down?
It just didn't click. Again, not because it sucked, but it just was flagging where it was in the card. And once more, if we only had one world champion, this match could have been thrown off entirely and we wouldn't have had to gone through this.
But I mean, this is a good match, though. Two hard hitters, bro.
About the finish, take a breath, let's do it. In a move that nobody on planet Earth or the universe predicted, halfway through, Eric Rowan walked down. And as soon as the referee got bumped, he got in the ring. He gave AJ Styles a choke slam. That allowed Daniel Bryan to get the pin and retain his title.
Oh, shit.
Eric Rowan. I guess this starts a stable between Daniel and Eric, and really WWE. If you're looking for ideas for the name of the group, I think Daniel and Eric sounds really good. It sounds like a kid's TV show. As they come together to tell us we're all butt munchers for ruining the planet, even though there's loads of pictures out there of Eric Rowan eating meat. Given I would have never have come up with this in 1,000 years, I don't know which direction they're going to go with it. So maybe it actually turns out to be quite good. 2 people yelling at me about how I'm destroying planet Earth. Maybe that's fun. Also, within the world of WWE, Eric Rowan, you've got to have some more self-confidence and you've got to have some more self-worth. Stop joining cults. You're in the Wyatt family, and that didn't work out for you. Now you're back and you've gone, well, I don't know where my bludgeon brother is, which is also kind of a cult. I'm going to join this one as well. What are you doing? Honestly, though, I still can't believe this happened. I thought I'd
He's trying to get it in where he fit in, bro.
Dreamt it, but then I woke up and I had to rewatch it just to make sure it hadn't been in my brain. Eric Rowan gets in the way of a match between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. If you actually thought that was going to happen, doesn't even matter. I'd never believe you. Controversial time now because Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. I'm sorry, you are going to have to yell at me, but I am right here. There's a comment box. I thought it was awesome. I loved it. Give it a damn up. Here's the reason to
Finn Balor, my nigga's a beast. Brock Lesnar, motherfucking beast.
You actually put your believability hat on and understand what you think how WWE books things. So the best we could have hoped for is that he looked like an absolute badass. And I felt as soon as that bell went, Finn Balor looked like an absolute devastating badass. In fact, he was pretty much on the front foot from the first second, and Lesnar barely got a lick in, and he sold for the man as if he was about to die. And when Brock Lesnar sells for you, your status goes up, because it looks like you're good at what you do. Finn even hit him with 3 somersaults over the ropes, and they just landed back to back. That must have absolutely killed, or at least must have made one of them go, oh, my poor back, ain't nobody doing deadlifts today. Also, there was a brutal looking coup de grace, and that came after Finn had hurled Lesnar's like torso, stomach, penis area into the side of the table, and even that looked like, it just looked awful. Everything in this match looked awful, but in the right way. In the space of one match that I think went about 10 minutes, Balor looked like a completely different person. And do you know why he
Finn Balor's a beast, bro.
Beat him? A Kimura, a real world submission move done by a guy that we all know is legit. You can't get mad about that. It all makes perfect sense. It was also really fun. Sometimes I think we forget about that when it does come to pro wrestling, even if you are a huge Finn Balor fan. It was fun and it was entertaining to watch. It was like a roller coaster of emotions. We may get more of it too because afterwards Brock returned to the ring and he continued to lay waste to Finn, so maybe at the Elimination Chamber or at Fastlane we get Brock Lesnar versus Balor too, and that time Balor can be the demon. Who knows what the plans are? I'm quite excited. This is all good storytelling to me and genuinely one of my highlights of the night. I look forward to your feedback. The Men's Royal Rumble closed the show, so again, to begin, here's every single entrant and the number they came to the ring. Spoiler, as you already know, there's no replay. Number 1 was Elias, number 2 was Jeff Jarrett, and don't worry, we'll talk about it, just give me one second. Number 3 was Shinsuke Nakamura, number 4 was Kurt Angle, number 5 was Big E, number 6 was Johnny Gargano, number 7 was Jinder Mahal, number 8 was Samoa Joe. I thought he had a great Royal Rumble, he looked like a killer, I always like that. Number 9 was Kurt Hawkins, number 10 was Seth Rollins, number 11 was Titus O'Neil, number 12 was Kofi Kingston, number 13 was Mustafa Ali, number 14 was Dean Ambrose, number 15 was No Way Jose, barely, number 16 was Drew McIntyre, number 17 was Xavier Woods, number 18 was Pete Dunne, number 19 was Andrade, 20 was Apollo, 21 was Aleister Black, 22 was Shelton Benjamin. Let's push him. I like him.
Okay.
23 was Baron Corbin. 24 was Jeff Hardy, or Jeff Harry, as I have written here, stupid phone. Number 25 was Rey Mysterio. Number 26 was Bobby Lashley. What was that? Number
Beast.
27 was Braun Strowman, replacing John
Beast.
Cena. 28 was Dolph Ziggler. Never trust a word he says.
Of
29 was Randy Orton. And number 30, well, it was meant to be R-Truth, but it turned out to be Nia Jax. Hilariously, though, yes, we did indeed start with Elias versus Jeff Jarrett. And once again, who saw that coming? Jeff Jarrett, the guy that at one point Vince McMahon said on live TV, will never work for my company again. You can't get too upset about this. You wanted surprises, and you got one within the first two entrants. JEFFJARRETT or whatever it is. It didn't last long, mind, either, as Elias took a guitar, smashed him with it, and just chucked him over the ropes. So it's the old dudes putting over the new dudes. It's Kurt Angle and the NXT guys that we will focus on for just a little bit, because Kurt Angle was only in there for around about 3 minutes, and he got thrown out by Shinsuke Nakamura, which didn't work, because a year ago Nakamura may have won, but this Rumble, he didn't really do much of anything. And while we did get the likes of Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Aleister Black, I always have this little feeling deep inside of me, while it's really awesome and really cool to see them when you pop, when their name comes on the screen, it doesn't do much for their characters, because they arrived in the Royal Rumble, a lot of people watching won't know who they are, and then they just get thrown out like they're not up to the standard. However, now I have played devil's advocate, I loved seeing them too, especially someone like Pete Dunne, who has come so far. Let's go again. And up for the absolute nonsense that happened with Kurt Hawkins too. He decided to
that boy
chill out
some
under
old
the
jump.
ring, but there was no hornswoggle this time. Then Titus O'Neil arrived. He didn't trip up, so everyone was like, "Wait, Titus, you did what you were meant to do." But he was so intrigued that Kurt was under there, so he went under too. And when they both came out, Kurt Hawkins eventually eliminated him, and then Kurt Hawkins got kicked out too. One all-encompassing down though for the whole rule that says 2 feet must touch the floor, because we've gone too far with it, and it's starting to get a little bit ludicrous, or at least not that fun anymore. Twice Kofi stopped himself, and the second time, well, it was just too dumb. Basically, Xavier Woods had just come out. Kofi Kingston was basically eliminated. He was on the floor, but because he managed to keep his heels up, Xavier just picked him up and walked him back to the ring, and then they got chucked out anyway. I think we can stop that now. It's done. Yeah, and that one big down also ties into No Way Jose. He conga lined his way to the ring, got in, and again was thrown back out in around about 1.5 seconds. Now, A, I swear we did the exact same thing with Adam Rose years ago, so that's boring. And B, why do we even ask No Way Jose to turn up? It was just a setup for Drew McIntyre as well, because he came in before No Way Jose had even got out of there. And have a guess what happened to the Dancing Man? That's right, he got the absolute crap beat out of him, as did most of the conga line, and they just wanted to have a good time. Other areas of note were Bobby Lashley coming in at number 26 and barely lasting a hiccup. He got in and Seth Rollins went, "Nah, mate," and he pushed him right back out, and that pissed the Intercontinental Champion off so much, he pulled Rollins out under the bottom rope or through the middle, whatever it was, and he slammed him through a table. Well, I guess that's our feud as we get into Mania as well, before Seth's transition. Then I'll talk about it. Dolph Ziggler trolled us once more, because in all his interviews he said he was taking a hiatus from WWE. No, he's not. He was here at number 29. Let's get to it. Let's talk number 30. It was meant to be R-Truth. It wasn't.
It was my BB Dub.
She attacked him and just took his spot in the Royal Rumble, because each and every year the Royal Rumble gets less and less rules. And she did get in there with the likes of Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, and throughout Mustafa Ali. Picked him up, held him over like a dart. Well, she did beat the rest of them up for a little while, including teasing that she was going to get rid of Rey Mysterio too. That's not what happened, and in a very strange set of circumstances for WWE, they went back on their whole, well, we don't do men versus women or women versus men violence, and they had Rey Mysterio give her a 619, they had Randy Orton give her an RKO, and they had Dolph Ziggler squarely kick her in the face. That was enough to ensure that her visit was a fleeting one, and look, I've thought about it, and this is how I see it. It was a surprise, and it got a massive reaction, and everybody started talking about it straight away on live on social media. It was kind of like a fun spot in many ways, and I think it helped Nia Jax. So if everybody involved was cool, I'm going to give it an up. Also, as a PS or a little add-on, it was a despised heel getting what was coming to her. I'm just going to talk really quiet.
She did get fucked up.
And we are going to give one last up for the winner, which was, yes, Seth Rollins. He was in the final four alongside Andrade, Dolph Ziggler and Braun Strowman, because Drew McIntyre had been taken out by Ziggler, so I guess that's another feud we're going to get into the next pay-per-view. And the Architect got rid of Braun Strowman in the final two by curb stopping him on the apron to the outside. He fell down, and that was that. Rollins wins, and it was a lovely moment, as we talked about before. We expected it, we kind of knew it was going to happen, but it was satisfying. We wanted Seth to win. And in the past, we know what to expect, so they changed their minds, and we didn't want that. Here, we stayed the course. Seth Rollins heads into WrestleMania.
Hey.
I liked it. I know I've seen a lot of people saying it was rubbish, it was boring. But it was different, and yet it was weird. Sometimes just to put your hands up and go, ha, it was way too long. In fact, as we're at the end, give a down for the length of the damn thing. No pay-per-view ever needs to be almost 7 hours.
That's insane. 7 hours?
But I did wake up.
Hats off to anybody who watched that
kind
bit.
of buzzing from the whole thing. I am going to rewatch a lot of it today. So that must say something. So WWE, there's my thumbs. Thanks for an entertaining but too long of a show.
Bro, I don't know. That's just way too long for me personally. I can't watch anything that's 7 hours. Like, that's insane, my bro. Like, you feel me? But anyway, this was a good video from Simon. Good video from What Culture Wrestling. Like I said, whenever I react to Simon's his reviews, it's like I didn't miss it because he does such a great review and he talks about everything that happened. You know what I mean? Of course, I didn't get to watch it live action, but he covers the main things that happen, you know? So it's like, hey, I don't feel like I even missed out, bruh. My BBW Nia Jackson went in there. She got out Mustafa Ali. He is a beast, but she got him out. Got her ass beat. But it is what it is. Let me know what y'all thought down in the comments. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time. Peace.